Back. Looks like we're back. Looks like we're back. So,
Recording in progress.
all right, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Greetings, greetings, greetings for part two of Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. This is part two of Mikael's Knowledge of Truth, and tonight we're speaking on Mikael contending with the devil. Mikael contending with the devil. In part one, we started off in Jude, right there at Jude 9, when it says, let me go ahead and read it for you. In Jude 9, we started off with this, and then we started to go into information with how people don't understand that contending, or should I say, speaking about the body of Moses is the law. The law is the body of Moses. The creator was upon Moses when he gave the law to Israel to give to the world. He was with Moses, he within Moses, and he was upon Moses, and he led and guided Moses. That's the reason why we're going to read it again, Jude 9, because Jude is only one chapter, it's the book before Revelation. And it says, yet Michael the archangel when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses. Durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, the Lord rebuked thee. But let me go ahead and rephrase that and let me slow it down a little bit. Again, it says, yet Michael the archangel, who you're looking at right now in this day and time, Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil is the Roman Empire, the system, and anybody with the system's mindset, whether it's church or whether it's state, because the world is under the Roman Empire under every different aspect. When it talks about the fourth beast, or shall I say the fourth kingdom, is going to be of iron, made of iron, and it's going to subdue all things. Just like iron and steel, when it turns to rust, rust subdues rust. It subdues itself. So it's going to take over the whole seven continents, which is the Roman Empire, which is the devil. The devil is the Roman Empire. The devil is the satanic system upon earth. The devil is what gave you the society you're living in. When it states that when you're born in iniquity and shaping into sin, that's this system you're living in. That's the system you're living in. Just cut this down just one notch because it ain't as hot as it's been, but it's good. Yes, but this system is the devil. Now I'm going to hit you with Revelation 12:12 again, but then we're going to go into a different aspect now. I showed you where the as we read in when it says now in part one, I read this and then I went back. I went back to verse 1 and I read back to this point. But now I'm going to read from this point on through, and we're going to go through other situations. We don't go through all the John. Never mind. We just keep it moving right here. Again, yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, with these different deities, these different, might well say the Roman system and everything a part of it, whether you worshiping Jesus, Emmanuel, Yeshua, Prophet Muhammad, or whoever, Buddha, and any other idol out there, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, which is the law. The law is the body of Moses, right? Durst not bring against him, bring himself, a railing accusation, but said, Yah rebuked thee. Now, the railing accusation would be that you say Jesus ain't real, it's in the book. Yeah, it is in the book because it's the word of Yah. If Yah said it, it's going to happen. I'm going to send you in the land that ye know not. There you're going to receive other gods. You're going to serve other gods, wood and stone, gods your fathers haven't known. He said you was going to do this. And yet, this is what has happened to us as a people and throughout the earth. Now, let's go to a different point of reference or understanding. Now, Mikael, who's standing up, let's go over here to Daniel chapter 12 real quick. That's where my mind is going at this moment. Before I go to Revelations, let's go over here to Daniel. I took you through Jose. Boy, I need tape. Excuse me, y'all. I'm doing this right now. But this is bothering me, and this needs to be done. I got pieces here. Thank you, Father. Go ahead and put this on right now. That's good. Right, where is that? Okay, good. That's good enough. Go ahead and make. I can kind of see that. You can do us a little bit, a couple of. Excuse me, y'all. I don't want to stick across to the other side, so I'm gonna do it like this real quick. It sticks to itself. Good. This baby is beginning to come loose. Okay, now, back over here now. Daniel chapter 12. It's called the time of the end in my book. It's called the time of the end. That's the heading. But it says, and at that time shall Mikael stand up. Mikael, which is myself, standing up. The great prince, what it said back there in Jude, the archangel, right? I'm going to get back to that. Oh, did I lose it? Get back over here to Jude real quick. I lost everything like that. Not everything, but okay, here we go. Here we go, right here. What did it say over here? It says, and at that time shall Mikael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. Of what people? The children of Yah. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation. What nation is that? Even to that same time. That nation that the Creator said he's going to judge is the nation of Rome, the Roman Empire. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. The Creator's people are going to be delivered. Everyone that shall be found written in the book. What book? The Creator's book. The same book that Moses said that the Creator had over here in Exodus chapter 30, what's that, 33? Was that Exodus 33, I believe it was? Let me see real quick. Show you the book that he's speaking on. He found grace, like people when president should go with rest. Grace in thy sight. Spake unto Moses face as speaking unto his friend face to face. It must have been 32, 33, or 34. I can't remember exactly where that point is at. He talked about his book. The Creator have a book. This is in chapter 32, 33, 34. I'm not running right up on it at the moment. But the Creator said, I will be gracious unto whom I will be gracious, and will show mercy unto whom I will show mercy. He told him that he won't be able to see his face and live. Y'all should read those chapters though. Chapter 32, chapter 33, and chapter 34. I can't. It was talking about it, but I can't remember exactly where. But I know it's within those 3 chapters. He talked about it. He talked about his book. All right, I'm gonna have to come back to that. I gotta check. I gotta read that again. And that's not popping out at me. But I ain't gonna worry about it because I wanna. Yeah, I know who I am. I said I gotta find it, but it's not popping. Usually I look at it, pop right out at me. But when I find it, I'll make sure I'm gonna mark it. So when I look for it next time, it'll just jump right there. It'll be right out at me, but I can't find it right off. I bet it's right in my face too. Can't find it right off. Just skim across. This is 32. I will visit their sin upon them and plague the people because they made the calf. But okay, I can't find it right off. The book he spoke on, because he said he had a book. Moses spoke on the book about the Creator's book. But we do know in chapter Revelation 5 there was a book that was written on and without. I can't, man. Let me go ahead and do what I'm doing because I'll be on this and I don't want to read wasting time. So let's go ahead and finish up with Daniel 12 and then let me still mark off Jude so I can get back over there. So back over here 12, Daniel 12. And it talked about everyone that's written in the book. Then verse 2 says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth. We know about the book in Revelations 5. If you don't, you're gonna read that. That's what John the Revelator cried. Named Revelator from what we come to know. John the Revelator, he cried because there's no one able to read the book. If you notice, it said in on the earth, under the earth. I think it said in heaven, on the earth, or under the earth. I believe how it went. But that's Revelation 5, verse 1 through 4. But that was a vision as well. Speaking in a vision. But it says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth, which is in the mind, shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt for the things that they have did throughout their life. And they that be wise, shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness. See, remember I read in Ezekiel 37? Ezekiel 36 in part 1. What I was saying that this brought me continue with the devil. Michael contending with the devil. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Israel is going to turn everybody back around because the spirit of Yah is going to be upon Israel just as the spirit of Yah was upon Moses, which is the body of Moses. The body of Moses is the law. And by the body of Moses being the law, that's the spirit upon you giving the law. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, now we're back in Daniel's time. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end, which is where we at right now. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. That's what's happening today. Many are running to and fro. They're running back and forth. They're running, getting knowledge here. They're getting knowledge there. And knowledge is being increased. But the book is closed. How do I know it's closed? Let me show you. Isaiah 29. Isaiah 29. Excuse me. Isaiah 29, verse 10 to 13. How you know the book is closed? It says, for Yah has poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep. Yah has poured out the spirit upon you, upon the people, the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers has he covered. And the vision of the Creator, the vision of all his prophecy, is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed. See, a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned. You're supposed to know this book. Saying, read this, I pray thee. And he says, I cannot, for it is sealed. Well, he supposed to know this book, though. But you telling people what you don't know, right? And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned. All these are excuses because people are not studying the book. They're living their everyday life doing what they want to do. And the book is, verse 13. Wherefore Yah said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, they talk a good game, and with their lips do honor me. Lying all the time, but they say they honor the Creator, but they don't. They talk about what they got was saying, I'm blessed and highly favored. Really? Oh, that's your words. You're a witness to that. I'm blessed and highly favored. And with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart, their mind, far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men. Their fear of me is taught by the precepts of men. And where's their precepts coming from? The Roman Empire. How do I know? The Council of Nicaea gave you the story that you're reading. The Council of Nicaea gave you the God spell, gospel. The Council of Nicaea put that book together according as what they took from what they was whatever they tried to make, they made it the way they wanted to make it according to Yahshua, but they changed the word from Yahshua to Jesus. That's why it's not his story. It's not Yahshua's story. It's a story they made up for Jesus for the world. But people choose to stay in idolatry. So, that's how we know the book was sealed. But now let's go to the reason Why the book is sealed? I went straight to Daniel 7, but I gave you a clue over here in 2. Let me jump back over here to 2. Daniel chapter 2, verse 30. No, matter of fact, let me skip around, but I'm going to give you key points. We're going to go from right here, 32, 31 through 35. Let me read that first. 31 through 30. Daniel chapter 2, 31 through 35. There was a dream that Nebuchadnezzar had. It said 31. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image's head was of fine gold. This image head is of fine gold. His breast and his arms of silver. His belly and thighs, the top part, thighs, of brass. His legs of iron, his feet of part iron and part clay. This is where we at right now. We're in the iron and the clay today. This is where we are. Whether people want to accept it or reject it. All right? 34. Check this out. Thou sawest till a stone was cut out. This is the body of Moses. This is the body of Moses. That stone was the same stone that was cut out with the finger of Yah and given to Moses. Cut out with the finger of Yah and give it to Moses to give to the people. Thou sawest till a stone, verse 34, Daniel 2 and 34. Thou sawest till a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, that were of iron and clay. That was of iron and clay, and break them into pieces. That break them to pieces. Of iron and clay, and it broke them to pieces. Broke all this stuff to pieces. 35. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the shaft of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away. Time. I always call wind time. And time just carried them away. The wind is like time to me. And I'm saying that. I ain't never heard nobody say wind was like time, but that's me. The wind was like time. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And time carried them away to me, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. You see that? The stone, which was the law that was upon the stone, is upon the minds of the people. How do I know that? See, I'm giving you step by step, inch by inch, and I'm breaking it down as we go. Jeremiah chapter 31. Jeremiah 31, verse 31. All this stuff is happening now. This is in the day we in. Jeremiah 31, verse 31 states, Behold, the days come, saith Yah, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. A new covenant, a new promise. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break. They did break it. Even though Moses broke it, they broke it. Although I was a husband unto them, saith Yah. 33 and 34 is your key. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yah. I will put my law in their inward parts, the body of Moses. That might have been what I should have called it. The body of Moses. But this is Lkhyym contending with the devil, showing you who and what we should be worshiping or who we should be worshiping, because the body of Moses is the law. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith Yah, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts. And will be their father, their God, and they shall be my people. You see that? That's the same thing we said in part 1 in Ezekiel 36. If you look and listen to part 1, Ezekiel 36, we shared that. 34. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know Yah, for they shall all know me in that time. We all gonna know him. From the least of them until the greatest of them, saith Yah, for I will forgive their iniquity and I will remember their sin no more. Why? It's because he don't put them in our inward part, and just like it says in Ezekiel 36, verse 24 through 28. He's going to take away the stony heart out, and he's going to put a heart of flesh in. He's going to give us a new spirit. This is what he said, confirming his word and what's going on today. This is the body of Moses, the law. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to be going by. But the world is going by the devil. We ain't under the law no more. We under grace. We ain't under the law no more. We under grace, which is mercy. The Creator gave you mercy. Why did he give you mercy? Because the Creator knew that over here in Daniel chapter 2, and also in the second commandment. What's the second commandment in chapter 20? Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, which people start doing. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything. Conjunction, or any likeness of anything in heaven above, in the earth beneath, or the waters under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. This is what he told you not to do. For I am thy Yah, am a jealous Yah, visiting the iniquity, the ignorance upon the fathers, upon the children, which the fathers teach the children, or the parents teach the children, unto the third, which is the Greek, and the fourth, which is the Roman generation of them that hate me. This is the devil. This is Esau. Matter of fact, it's the spirit of Esau now. It's not just a man, because everyone is in their armies, their navies, their air force, their marines, and they teach war all through the earth. By thy sword shalt thou live. And war in any manner is of Esau. Something people fail to realize. War in any manner, whether it's nations going against nations, all the way down to the individual people, two people fighting. That's Esau's nature. We weren't like that. We're not that type of people. We're a peaceful, calm, loving people. But a lot of people have been indoctrinated with the ways of Rome, the Greeks, and Esau. So, as it states here in Daniel chapter 2, then the word on down, then he said, this is the dream, and he would tell the interpretation of it in 36. And then he just told, I'm breaking it down real quick, 37, O king, thou, O king, art a king of kings, for Yah has given thee a kingdom, power, strength, and glory. That was to Nebuchadnezzar. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the earth, of the field, and the fowls of heaven, has he given into thine hand, and has made thee ruler over them all. Thou art his head of gold. That was Nebuchadnezzar. That was king of Babylon. Then come the Medes and the Persians in verse 38. And what head of gold, 39. And after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee. That's the Medes and the Persians. The breast, Medes, and Persians connected. The Medes and the Persians, all connected. Then it went down to the torso and the thighs, which is what? He said, inferior to thee. And another third kingdom of brass, which is what? The brass was of the torso and the thighs. Third, infinity, another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. This is where your deception comes in at. First, they had to take over the earth, and then the Romans came in and indoctrinated you. This is the devil. They took over the earth, and the Romans came in and swooped up everything and gave you what they wanted you to have. And if you didn't take it, they killed you, murdered you, got you out the way. Yeah, it says, and another inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. Now comes your fourth kingdom. In verse 40, the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces. What it do when it turns to rust? It breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. The iron is upon everything that you practically do today, everything that you do. As I always share in chapter 7. Everything you do is of wrong. They consume everything. The Roman Empire has consumed everything. The schools you go to, the stuff you learn, your history, especially for us as a people, we'll learn what they want us to know. The rest of the world, they go around conquering. They take over their spaces and places. If they don't be given to them, they're taken by force. They assassinate. That's their way. That's the Roman and Esau's way. That's their way. That's what they do. And as you read on down, 44 and 45, and in the days of these kings, in the days of all these kings, Babylon, the Medes and the Persian, the Greek and Roman Empire, shall Yah of heaven set up a kingdom. He did it in that time. He did it through Abraham. He started his kingdom with Abraham, on through to Isaac, on through to Jacob, on through to Isaac, on through to Esau and Jacob. Esau got a blessing too, remember? But Jacob was promoted to get the birthright. A lot of people feel sorry for Esau and don't realize Esau would be wiped out. See, if you got to look at it, this is not a physical thing, it's a spiritual thing. The world right now is under the devil. What you mean is the world right now? The world is under Satan power. I mean, the Creator allowed him to have it, but it's under Satan's power. Satan's rule. Satan is in the rulership of the earth, and he's coming out of power now. That's why I said the devil know he has but a short time. I shared that with you in Revelation 12. The devil has but a short time because he's in rulership. By legalese, not law. By legal. And in the days of these kings shall the Father of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. See that? And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. That's the law. That's the body of Moses that Michael's continuing with the devil with. All these people who's trying to come against the law. But I rebuke you by saying, well, you do what you want to do. That's on you. No different than we doing this. I had a conversation with a sister today. No different than we do our law. When I say our law, we're coming out of this. People try to do shortcuts and they mess up every time. They try to do shortcuts, do something off. We tell them exactly what to do. They try to do their own thing and then try to blame you for it. We don't take no blame. I put it right in your face. No, we said do this. You did that. We said do this and then do this and then do that. You doing this and then go over there and try to do that and try to no, we didn't say do that. So that's on you. And what they do, they waste time. Because now they got to go and retract and come back. Because it was something that was actually told to them. But hey, and I thought about this one lady that was with us. She sent us some paperwork, but we told her we got to have a file for everything. One paper was so messed up we can't even see it. But that's, I guess she said, well, they black folk, we just do this to each other. But it was some Caucasian. We told him, I said, well, we need this to be corrected. We ain't heard back from her. That's on you. Ain't got nothing to do with me. We just want to do things straight and correct. That's on you. I thought about the lady today, but hey, that's on them. I'm reach out for a little later. I'm gonna say your paper ain't right. We ain't heard back from you. But that's on them. They don't care about their stuff. I don't care neither. That's on you. We're trying to help for free. We're helping you. But hey, again, in the days of these kings shall the Father of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. How is it breaking all these kingdoms down? All them kingdoms is here today. How are those kingdoms are here today? Christmas. Founded under Nimrod. When the pine tree grew over his grave, his wife and mother was putting gifts up under it. You got sororities and fraternities. That's of Greek. You got all kind of stuff that all these other nations and nationalities have been doing and other empires have been doing. The Roman Empire, they souped it up and started using it for themselves. 45, last verse. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, the body of Moses, which is the law that the Creator cut out with the finger of Yah and gave to Moses, that same law is what we're supposed to be abiding by today. That's the body of Moses that Mikael was contending with the devil about. But the devil is contending with Mikael about Jesus, Yeshua. Not to bring a written accusation, but y'all rebuke you. Meaning, okay, that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But you can't say we told you that on whatever occasion. We told you what this says and what it is. You did that on your own. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great Yah hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. It's sure to come to pass, and it's sure to happen. Now, let's understand what it is that is sure to happen. Let's jump over here, verse chapter 7. In a nutshell, we got 17 and 18. These great beasts which are four, what we just got through reading, head of iron, silver, brass, legs of iron, and then iron and clay. These four beasts, which is still the same, even though it speaks of different beasts throughout here in verse chapter 7. These great beasts, which are four kings, which I like to say kingdoms, empires, which shall arise out of the earth. That's how you know. Out of the earth. These are kingdoms. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. This is your Mikael bringing the information to you. Letting you understand and see and get a better understanding why that Mikael that contended with the devil is the system today that's fallen. But it's up to you that want to be a part of the army, which we're going to read next. It's coming up. We just took you through Mikael in Daniel 12, got you over here where we at now, but let's bring it on down. Let's bring another point, a portion of the devil, of who the devil is, and the system that's in a lot of our people's head. This is contending with you that's of the system, the Rome, whether you're a church and state, or church or state, whatever one you want to call it, is all the Roman Empire. Now this is 19 to 22. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast. Then you will know the truth of the fourth beast, which Revelations tell you who the fourth beast is. Revelation 13, that is. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse, different from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron and his nails of brass. See, iron, teeth of iron, nails of brass, Greeks, which devoureth, break in pieces, and stamp the residue with the feet. It was conquering everything. Conquering everything and everybody, every nation and tongue and people. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, which were 10 powers, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell. The other that came up was who? United States of America. That was the other one that came up. And of the other which came up, which is New Rome as well, and before whom 3 fell, which was Babylon, Medes and the Persians, and the Greeks. Even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, Christianity. This is your Christianity, and this is your church and your state. Your Christianity and your Roman Empire that's circling the world today. Speaking with great authority. Speaking very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. All the rest of them. His look was more stout than his fellows. Why? Because he's doing church and he's doing state. If he ain't got you in church, he got you in state. If he ain't got you in state, he got you in the church. Until you come out of her, my people. Then you got 21 to the understanding to that. I beheld, see, he beheld, and the same horn, which is what? The power. And that same power made war with the saints and prevailed against them. This is where the tail of the dragon, which was Rome, swooped to the earth 1/3 of the stars of heaven. That's us, Israel. Until the Ancient of Days, until the Father came, until his word came, until his law came. The body of Moses. The tablet, the stone that was taken from the mountain without hands. Understanding will keep thee. Until, say, I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. Until the Ancient of Days came, which is the law, and judgment was given to the saints. It was given to us because we're the one who's giving judgment. We're the one, all we doing is speaking out our mouth. What did we read in Hosea chapter 1, the last verse? Well, actually, it was before the last verse. Where ye said that ye wasn't your God, in the place you said where he said he wasn't your God, is where you're going to find out that he is your God. Until the Ancient of Days came and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Exactly, we're going to possess the kingdom. Let me jump over here real quick. Way too far. There we go. What did it say over here in verse 10 and 11? Hosea chapter 1, verse 10 and 11 says, just jumping a little bit. I said it earlier. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living Yah. We are those people. At one time, we didn't know that we were those people. But we are those people. Back over here in Daniel 7:22. Until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given unto the saints of the Most High, and it came that the saints possessed it, the kingdom. Now, another cutoff. So if you look at it as a cutoff between 15 and 18, another cutoff between, or this portion, parts, 19 to 22, and last cutoff or last part is from 23 to 28. And all I want to share with you mainly is in 27. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, the Roman Empire. Upon earth. The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse, different from all kingdoms. You see that? And shall devour the whole earth. And shall tread it down and break it in pieces. Well, I'm going to give you that and 24. Because we already know 25, you think to change times and stuff like that. That's in today's time that has happened. But 24 will break down for those who may not understand it. And the 10 horns are 10 powers. Out of this kingdom are 10 kings, which is 10 kingdoms. That shall arise. 10 kingdoms are going to rise out of the earth. And another shall rise after them. That's the United States. That's the United States. Right there. And he shall be diverse from the first. He's going to be different from the first kingdom. Still Rome, but he's going to be different. Old Rome and New Rome. United States being part of New Rome. And he shall subdue 3 kings. Again, the subduing 3 kings. Babylon, Medes and the Persians and the Greeks. Babylon, Medes and the Persians and the Greeks. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints. Like we just said not too long ago, this is another portion of what we just read in verse 19 through 22. Shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of times. But judgment shall sit, and shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it until the end. This is what we are going to do, and this is what we are doing now. As we awaken. Some of these Hebrew Israelites think, everybody gonna wake up at the same time. No. We all gonna be waking up as we go and grow. And the kingdom shall and dominion of the earth, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints. Given unto us of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. That's the whole earth. And all dominions shall serve and obey him through Israel. All right. Hitherto is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my congregation much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart. He kept it to himself. So, and then back to that's where we was at in Daniel chapter 12, the time of the end, as we just read not too long ago. This is all a part of it. All this is a part of the same thing, and we will take it from here all the way to 12. But let me go ahead and read some more Jude real quick and see what was coming out of this point of, yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation. Like I always say, I let people be with here. Me, I don't dispute and I'm not debating. I'm going to share with you what I know. And if you got something that I may not know, I'll gain some knowledge on it. But if you're paying attention, you're going to probably understand the Creator going to be planting seeds. He's planting seeds through, even though I'm saying the Creator going to be growing the seeds that's being planted. I'll put it like that. Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, Y'all rebuke you. Y'all rebuke. You do what you want to do then. I'm just sharing with you at this point. I'm just fellowshipping with you. But these speak evil of those things which they know not. And that's exactly what they do. But what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves. Ooh, boy, just come to my mind. But I'm going to read this on down before I give you that. 11. Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward. What's reward? Money. Money, 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 money. Greedily. That's what they run after. A lot of people think, you know what? Some brothers was doing this trading thing and something like that. Some brothers that I know, they were doing this trading thing and it fell out. Now, I don't know, some people may still be doing it on one end, but some brothers I know that were doing it. The brother called me and told me, man, this and that, this and that, this and that, whoa, 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 whoa. I said, I told you. I told you. They string you along so far because the whole thing is they too busy. Let me get, I'm good. Next thing you know, it fall. What happened? It happened to me several times in this the MLM. I was done when a brother told me, the same brother that called me too. He told me, well, everything's a risk. I said, you ain't got to worry about that with me no more. Period. And they would try to bring that to my attention. Well, come on, get into this. No, you do that. I'm good. I am good. When the credit give me what I need, I'm good. The credit has equipped me with what I need to make what I need. I'm good. But running after something that they say you can get and you don't know if you're getting or not, that ain't me no more. I got to be sure about what, like I said, a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. I'm good. Like I said, I rebuke you. Not rebuking like that, but you do that. I'm good over here. I can't get fooled like that too many times. I mean, we go through it. MLMs, y'all know. Somebody at the top, and they bring all their people with them. They get started, but the next thing you know, it's a hole in the ground. Hey. Hell has enlarged itself for thee, meaning that it opened up wide, and everybody just fall in. Not me. Not me no more. I don't chase blind say blind something, they say whatever it is, I don't chase it no more. But again, woe on verse 11, Jude 11. Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward and perish in the gainsaying of Korah. That's when, as a matter of fact, Korah, the ground opened up and swallowed them up. That happened with Korah. Verse 12. These are spots in your feast of charity. These are spots in your feast of charity. When they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Feeding themselves without fear because they think they right. A lot of these people, these Hebrew, especially Hebrew Christians, they think they're on point. Okay, 12 o'clock. They think they're on point, these Hebrew Christians, though. These are spots in your feast of charity, when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water. You see that? Clouds they are without water. Cared about of winds. What I say about time? Cared about of winds. All this thing and that thing. What I tell you about all these different MLMs and other situations. Cared about, oh man, it just came right on point. Cared about of winds, different things, of times. Trees whose fruit withered. See, trees, they was trees whose fruit they withered up. Without fruit. Twice dead. Twice dead. Number one, you was dead in the mind and spiritually. Now you're being dead out here in the things you need to be doing to get back to the Creator. Plucked up by the roots. Raging waves of the sea, foaming foaming out their own shame. Foaming out their own shame. They get mad but then they can't see that they can't be content with what they have and build on what's tangible, something that they got, something that's in their hand they know they can build on, something they can receive something from. They too busy, well, I'm gonna put this money in. This brother told me by the end of the year, I'll be getting $10,000 a month. I said, how you gonna do that? I gotta keep putting money in. Gotta keep putting money in. The money gotta keep going in. And then next thing you know, by the end of the year, he been doing it about 2 or 3 years, I believe, so far. Now, by this time, next thing you know, bam, it flopped. Man, I said, I told you. It went down and stopped once, it stopped twice, it stopped 4 times. Yeah, I knew something was wrong there. I said, I told you. Y'all don't listen. I told you. They get you running like a hamster on a wheel. You running after this stuff. It seems like you profit a little bit something. They give you a little something. Oh, okay, you got a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars, maybe a couple of hundred, maybe 1,000 or 2. But where's everything at afterwards? All the billions and trillions that you thought you was going to get, that's of the Roman Empire. People don't realize money is of the Roman Empire. The Father gave us land. He gave us law, land, air, and water, cattle, food to eat. These are the riches of the earth. Some people can get gold and silver and that stuff. You can't eat that stuff. But the riches of the earth is what the Creator actually gave us. This is where you're supposed to learn how to get out there, grow your food. That you know that's real food instead of getting money, going to the store and eating this fake processed stuff. I'm still there too, but I'm growing. I got like a little spot back out there to grow some food as well. Got to start somewhere. Twice dead, plucked up by the roots. Verse 13. Jude, verse 13. Raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars. Wandering stars. Remember, said we're supposed to be stars forever and ever. Remember, said we're gonna be like stars. What it's saying right here. Wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever and ever. Sound like the black hole, the bottomless pit. To whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever and ever. Always, when it says darkness, in your mind. You never come to the light, so you're in deep darkness. As it says in Isaiah 61 through 3, 1, 2, and 3. Isaiah chapter 61, 2, and 3. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the Spirit of Yah shall be seen upon thee. For darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. That's your mind. To whom is reserved the blackness of the darkness forever, of darkness forever. And Enoch also, the 7th from Adam, prophesies of these, saying, Behold, Yah cometh with 10,000s of his saints. 10,000s of his saints. We are the saints. That's us he's talking about right here. They're looking for some holy and angelic angels. We are the saints as we awaken. And we're coming through his word, which is the body of Moses. That should have been the name. But continue with the devil, still the same. I'm continuing to show you the difference. 15. To execute judgment, 14. And Enoch also, the 7th from Adam, prophesies of these, saying, Behold, Yah cometh with 10,000s of his saints. 15. To execute judgment upon all. See? To execute judgment upon all, everyone according to the law. We all are coming to speak law, the word of Yah. To execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly, to let you know what you are doing. No different than what I'm doing right now. To convince all that are ungodly among them, see, among them of all their ungodly deeds. Oh yeah, Romans chapter 1, starting at verse 18 is where I'm going next. That was hit my mind. I said, let me get to this first. Ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches. Their hard speeches, who? The satanic, the devil, these preachers, and all these other people who are here doing the will of Satan, learning Satan rule, worshiping Jesus, worshiping Yahshua, worshiping Emmanuel, worshiping Prophet Muhammad, because all of it is of the same thing. Ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners, see, ungodly sinners have spoken against the Creator, which is Him, which is His law, which is His word, which is the body of Moses. Spoke against the Creator, which is the body of Moses, because the Creator was upon and in Moses. Have spoken against Him. These are murmurers. See, these are what these people are. These are murmurers, complainers. You see what I'm saying? People complain. Number one is they complain about the number one is trading, the system, money. People always trying to get more and they only satisfied with what they got. These are what? These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lust. You see that? The lust of money. The lust of money is the root to all evil. It says the love of money, but I would say the lust of money is the root to all evil. Walking after their own lust, and in their mouth speaking great swelling words. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm this, I'm that. All these people, these Christians walk around, they have a mind of highness, but still worshiping on Sunday. That ain't the word the greatest day. Greatest said rest on the Sabbath. People out here working, doing what they want to do on the Sabbath day. All against His law. And their mouth speaking great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. Look at the stars. Look at certain people in certain places. Because of your advantage, people are admiring. Ooh, he got this. He got a car. She got this gold, this jewelry. They got all this and that's what they're looking at. They're looking at all that stuff, thinking they all that. Me, hey, I'm good. People will probably try to judge me. I ain't worried about what they judge me about because I'm good. I'm thankful the Creator gave me a non-materialistic woman. I'm thankful for that. Boy, I'm thankful for that. I'm glad I don't have a materialistic woman. Because if she did, we wouldn't be together. If we would, she'd be getting her own stuff, but she'd be of Yah like she is. That's why I know. That's why I'm glad she ain't like that. My woman. Exhortations to Christians. Now this goes on to talking about the Christians. Exhortation to Christians. But beloved, remember ye the words which were spoken before of the apostles of their Lord Jesus Christ, how that they told you there should be mockers in the last time, which is in the last days. That's going on now. Whether if they did, the apostles did say it. It was already in the scriptures that these things were going to go on. How they told you that this should be mockers in the last time. This is where I get what's the name over here? 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 3. And also 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. Right to it. I'm just going to read this through. 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. I'm going to start at 7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yah shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. I like to break it down, but we kind of running past time. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. The Creator's going to do that. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, what we're reading about right now. Whose coming is after the working of Satan, which is against the law. With all power and signs and lying wonders. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. Why? Because they receive not the love of the truth, not the love of the body of Moses, not the love of the law. Because they receive not the love of truth. This is 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter, we in verse 10, the end of 10. They receive not the love of truth that they might be saved. 11 and 12. 11. And for this cause, Yah shall send them strong delusion. Why? Because they won't listen. That they should believe a lie. They believe Jesus. They believe Yeshua. They believe Emmanuel. They believe who they say these people are. Prophet Muhammad. They believe Buddha. They believe anybody under the sun except for Yah's word. 12. That they all might be damned. Why? Who believe not in the truth, not in the law, not in the body of Moses, not in the Creator's word, not in his law, but had pleasure in unrighteousness, had pleasure in Christianity, had pleasure in the world, had pleasure running after money, had pleasure doing whatever you want to do, and not retaining the words of Yah. And that's it right there. That was verse 12. There we go. See how the Father gave it to me, put it right in my face. That's 1 Timothy. I'm looking for 2 Timothy. Bam. Boy, Father be popping it right in my face. And what I mean by 2 Timothy, I ain't even get to Revelation. To Romans yet, but this is all a part of it. Michael contending with the devil. The law against wickedness. Chapter 3. 2 Timothy chapter 3. This know all that in the last time, again, the last days. Again, it's telling you in the last days. You heard it several times tonight. Perilous time shall come. This is 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. Know this also that in the last days perilous time shall come. Verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. This is against the law. But the Creator said these things are going to happen. These are things that were prophesied and things that came about. This is truth in the New Testament. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers. They blaspheme the Creator Yah all day long, giving it to Jesus. Disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truth breakers. They scare me. False accusers. They do that on the internet all the time. I just got through looking at the internet today. This guy talking about this woman name. I ain't gonna put her name out there. And he always doing a commentating on the information. Who that? Well, I forgot how he said it, but it's funny. But the brother, I like his commentation, but he be sharing information. And his sister, and these sisters, boy, a lot of people do this a lot. One woman, I'm just gonna say this woman, I'm gonna say female, put out this information because she think the way she want to think. She's trying to call this other TikToker a pedophile. Just because she think, even though they're having a conversation about certain things and who could be wrong and who should be wrong, in her mind, she's saying it the way she want to say it and thinking the way she want to say it. Though she went on another podcast, which was her own, and talked about this dude for 7 hours. Me? I've been ready to hit him up for. I've been ready to hit him up for a suit. You don't put me out there like that, and then and then I come and talk to you about it, and you gonna tell me you said what you said, and you ain't gonna sue time. Time to sue. You're putting my name out there, making me look bad and wrong when people. No. Believe me, I got something for. I got something. I got something for you. I got something now. I got something for you. I'm not in the public. I'm in the private. On that level. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. 3, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. That's the way I felt. Those that are good, there people despise them type of people, like myself. People despise me for no reason at all. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yah. Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Creator. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. How many people say, what do they say again? I'm I'm blessed and highly favored. Having a form of it, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such, turn away. Now have an understanding. 6, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women. Got a lot of them today, all across America. Whores. I shared that already, didn't I? I shared about that last night and somewhat tonight. Jose is in the place of Israel in today's time in that book. Hosea chapter 1. Marry a whore that has children and have children through her. That's what we're doing today with the whores all across the country. Creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with different lusts, different type of lust. Oh, I need to get my nails done. I need to get my hair done. I need to get my toes done. I need a pedicure. I need this. I need that. A man gonna pay for me to pay. These lust of all kind of stuff. Isn't that what's going on today? I told you can see everything today in the scriptures. For this sort are they which creep into houses and lay captive silly women, laid with sins, laid away with divers lusts. 7 is your key as well. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. With these Hebrew Christians, ever learning, but never coming to the knowledge of the truth. Trying to make everything fit Yeshua. Everything fit Jesus. Everything fit Emmanuel. Everything fit Prophet Muhammad. Everything fit Buddha. Everything fit your idol. Other than Yah. From such, turn away. Now let's get over here to the last point of view. I didn't get a chance to get to Mikhail in Revelation 12. I was going to get over to 13, but this is hidden right. This is more of the dispute with Satan. This is this dispute. All the stuff that's going on right here is the dispute. Mikhail dispute with the devil, which is the system. And the system is wrong. So I'm going to end it here. Matter of fact, before I end it here, let me show you what we're supposed to be doing. Since I did Jude up to 16. That's far we going with there. But let me share over here with Revelation chapter 12 real quick. There we go, right there. Revelations 12. Remember I told you about the dragon, the great red dragon, which is in verse 3. Revelation 12 and 3 and 4. Then we're gonna jump down to 7. And there appeared another one in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. This is the Greeks here. This is the Greeks. The Greeks is the beginning of the Roman Empire when they got the dominion over all the earth. What I meant to say, the Greeks and the Romans are Esau and Esau's way of life, taking over the earth. That's what I meant to say. The dragon and the beast is Esau, spiritually. Mentally, but mostly spiritually. Mentally, because the world got them in church and state, but spiritually, they got their minds in Jesus and everything else. But let me keep it moving. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. That red dragon is Esau. That's why I said red. Having 7 heads, meaning taking over the 7 continents, and 10 horns, has 10 powers. That was up under him. And 7 crowns upon his head. 7 kingdoms. The kingdom was on each mountain, on each dragon's head. The 7 heads is the 7 continents that it took over. 4. And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth. That was Israel. That was us. Over here, what did it say over here in Daniel chapter 7? Right here. When it said, I beheld until the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came and judgment was given unto the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. That was 21 and 22. And then 23. Thus he said, the 4th beast shall be the 4th kingdom. That's the 4th beast. But the Greeks was before them. That's the dragon. The 4th beast shall be the 4th kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. Let's get back over here. I'm going to hold you Romans and Jude. Well, Jude, I think we're done with you for the moment. I'm still going to hold you. Over here it says, and his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which he was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. To me, I believe that child is the anointed spirit that comes upon you. And when you going through your spiritual epiphany, it's up to you to go to right or left. It's your choice. But that dragon is another spirit. Okay, verse 7. Here we go. And Michael, who contended with the devil, the archangel, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angel, the archangel, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. That's the Roman and the Greeks. And the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not. He didn't prevail. Neither was their face found anymore in heaven. Verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil. You see that again? The system? That's the system. That old serpent called the devil and Satan. It was the dragon, the serpent, the devil, and Satan. All these are the Roman Empire. The Greek and the Roman Empire, all of them come together, doing what they do. Which deceiveth the whole world. which deceiveth the whole. Mikael standing up, trying to show you the truth. Because you've already been deceived before you even got here. Which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his saints were cast out with him. Let me jump down to 12 real quick because I have to break down 10 and 11. But jump to 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. But what is it talking about here? Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Yes, he do. But look at the stuff. We just got through reading a lot about what does Satan and his minions and the people do. That's of that. That's not of the law. Now let's hit Romans, this last, and this, we're going to end it here. Romans chapter 1, starting at verse 18. This is Mikael contending with the devil. And the people do this stuff, I rebuke you by saying, well, that's on you. Told me he brought me to the truth. I put in songs and writing and give it to the world. It's up to the world to accept it or reject it. That's on you. But verse 8, Romans 1:18 says, for the wrath of Yah is revealed from heaven, against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. A lot of these men, they know the truth and they still hold their unrighteousness. They don't know what's going to happen to them. They don't even understand. They have no idea what's waiting on them. 19. Because that which may be known of Yah is manifested in them. It's manifested in you. For Yah has shown it unto them. The Creator showed it to you. These are the things the Creator showed to you. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made. Being understood by the things that, look at the world. Look at all the stuff that's going on around us. The air you breathe. But you're still trying to be greedy and get stuff that ain't even yours or that ain't even there yet. Being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. You can't have, that's why I tell you, the Father don't give no excuse. I don't give excuses. People try to come with me excuses, I put them right in their face. You can't come this way with it. I shared this with you. You did it or you decided not to do it. That was on you. 21. Because that when they knew Yah, when they knew him, they glorified him not as Yah. See that? They didn't glorify the Creator not when he knew who he was. Neither were thankful. They weren't even thankful. But became vain in their imagination. They became vain in their imagination, and their foolish heart was darkened. They thought they can get away with something, and they got caught up in it. That's what it was. Professing themselves to be wise. See, they think they're going to do something. Oh, I can do this. And like a lot of people get into the game, the music game. Oh, I'm going to go, I got this way, but I'm going there this way. I'm going to try to switch up. You get caught up in it. Sometimes you'll never know if you ain't going to come out. I remember a brother told me about, brother asked me, well, brother, what, you know, like, man, you ain't going to dance on the Sabbath? If we had a show, you ain't going to do it. I said, if it's on the Sabbath, I ain't doing it. Man, suppose you got $1 million. They're going to, I said, that $1 million ain't worth that much, ain't worth my life. I said, I can do that show that night and do that million, get that $1 million the next day, be crippled, or may lose my life the next day, don't even spend it. I said, if you remember Ghost Rider, the movie The Ghost Rider, when I think Cage's father made a deal with the devil to jump so many buses or whatever, and after he did, he became crippled. Became crippled or lost his life, something like that. That's when Ghost Rider decided to do the same thing or something like that, whatever happened. But the point is, He made the deal with the devil and still lost because he got what he wanted, but still couldn't enjoy it. And then when I told him that and gave him to understand that, he made, oh, I see what you're saying. I said, bruh, the creative word is the creator's word. Now, when I was ignorant, that was a different story. I didn't know. But when you come to know, you ain't got no excuse. As it just said right here. Professing themselves to be wise became fools. 22, verse 23. And changed the glory. Now, here we go. This Christianity stuff, I keep telling people, Michael is contending with the devil, which is those who are keeping the satanic forces, which is Christianity, Hebrew Christians, and everybody else. And changing the glory of Yah, the uncorruptible Yah, into an image. That's the image it talks about in Revelation 13. Into an image made like to corruptible man. Revelation 13, verse 14 and 15. And when it talks about blasphemy, that's Christianity. That's the New Testament. That's blaspheme of the Creator. Put them together, you got the facts. Made like to corruptible man and to birds, that's your key right there. And change the glory of the uncorruptible, the breath of life, the universal consciousness. Uncorruptible Yah into an image made like to corruptible man. And that's what these people are worshiping today. Yo, Jesus, Yeshua, Emmanuel, Prophet Muhammad, whoever else, Buddha. Made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and to four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Oh, he just talking about you can't bow to a statue. No, it means anything. In heaven above, earth beneath, the waters on the earth. 24. Wherefore Yah also gave them up to uncleanness. How the Father do that? Some people like going to sleep with women on their cycle. Some people go down on women on their cycle. Some people eating pork, catfish, shrimp. That's uncleanness. Through the lust of their own hearts. You see that? To dishonor their own bodies. This is how they do it. Why I just say going to sleep with women on periods and stuff like that. Licking women on that. All kinds of stuff they do. Some people may have been ignorant that was at that time. But when you come out of it, that's a whole different story. To dishonor their own body between themselves. Verse 25. Who changed, here we go, who changed the truth of Yah into a lie, into Jesus, into Yeshua, into Emmanuel, into Prophet Muhammad, into Farrakhan. People worship at Farrakhan nowadays. Whatever drops out of Farrakhan's mouth is like gold. That's all I'm going to say. And worship and serve the creature more than the creator. You see that? They serve Jesus more than the creator. They pray to the creator and worship Jesus instead. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Yeshua, in the name of Prophet Muhammad, in the name of Emmanuel, in the name of all these different deities, idols, they made gods. And when you tell them that, they act like they don't understand what you're saying. No, we don't worship Yeshua. I said, if you say the name of Yeshua when you're in your prayer, you worship him. Who changed the truth of Yah into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is bliss forever. Hallelujah. 26. For this cause, there's a cause and effects for everything, right? For this cause, Yah gave them up to vile affections. Vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into which is against nature. They turn into each other. And likewise, also the men. Verse 26 is for the women, and 27 is for the men. Vile affections. What it said, for this cause Yah gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Women supposed to have, see, women don't even want, let me just, not even go to the feminists. It's the feminist mindset. That's against nature. Why? Because they don't want to be housewives. They want to go out and work. They want to work. I want to work. I want to work. Why can't we both go to work? Why can't you just stay at home and take care of the house and the children? What's wrong with that? You want to put on more than you can bear because the type of work ain't for you. Now you're supposed to be help me to your man. If anything, you should be doing stuff to help your man on the outskirts. When he coming home, it's things y'all should be trying to do together. He's out here to make money to come home so y'all can do something together. People don't get it. They think one way. It's many different ways that all this stuff comes out to be. Again, likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust. And that's nasty to me. Whatever, that's you. But it's nasty to me. Just letting you know. Burn in their lust one towards another. Ugh. Men with men, that's nasty. Working that which is unseemly. And receiving in themselves, look at that. And receiving, you know what he's receiving in them. What he ain't supposed to be receiving. It's nasty. In themselves, that recompense of their error which was met. You know it's an error for you to put, the seed goes in a woman. You putting it in a man. Nasty. 28. And even as they did not like to retain Yah in their knowledge. They don't even like to retain Yah in their knowledge. Yah gave them over to a reprobated mind. Now, I know other people who do the same thing, men and women, who don't retain Yah in their mind because they ain't reading Yah's word. They going by whatever the Spirit say. Spirit say do this. The Spirit said that. I said, what did they say about the word? Spirit say this. Spirit say that. Spirit talk to me every day. Spirit this. Spirit that. Spirit. But then if you ain't going by the word, Ezekiel chapter 14, you better read it. 1 through 8, and then 9 through 11 is your key points. 1 through 8 and 9 through 11. Ezekiel 14, you need to read it and check it out and ask for understanding before you open it up. So you can see when you start reading. And even as they did not like to, verse 28 again, and even as they did not like to retain Yah in their knowledge, Yah gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Then here go the things that pertains to it, to these situations, like it did in Timothy, 2 Timothy. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication. Like I always say, fornication, idolatry, and adultery is all of the same, far as I'm concerned. Unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness. See all these different names, all these different attributes? Covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder. Lying on people is in a way of that. Murder. Full of envy. Murder. Debate. See, it say debate right here. I don't like debating. I come in an open heart, want to have a conversation. But when you try to come at me a different type of way and try to be slick at it, it seems like a debate. I'm just being honest with what I'm saying. I'm just going to lay down what I'm saying. I ain't trying to debate with you. I'm going to give you what I come to know and leaving it at that. Because debating, people don't hear no way. deceit, malignity, whisperers, whisper in your ear, backbiters, haters of Yah, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding. Oh, you got a lot of that. Covenant breakers, without natural affection. We just read that over there in 2 Timothy chapter 3. Implacable, unmerciful. Verse 32 and last verse. Who's knowing the judgment of Yah, you know the judgment of Yah, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Yah worthy of death of all these different things. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Other than that, as we just read, out of Jude chapter 9, not chapter 9, verse 9, was stated again, last but not least. Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, all use of this Roman system, when contending with the devil, he dispute about the body of Moses, which is the law. Does not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, Yah rebuke you. And how do Yah rebuke you? By saying, okay, do what you want to do. I'm just sharing what I come to know. I'm not here to debate, argue, or whatever. I'm just sharing with you. It's up to you to accept it or reject it. Other than that, I am that Michael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who's living in the new, this is for you. I'm the same Michael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwelled, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see, that Michael is really me. Other than that, I thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. We get ready to do the benediction in for tonight, which is the night after Monday, July 6, 2026. And it states, and Yah spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, on this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, Yah bless thee and keep thee. Yah make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yah lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And they shall put Yah's name upon the children of Israel, which is his law, and Yah will bless them. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shekevo, Vakuto Violam, Vaed, Hallelujah. Hear, O Israel, Yah Father is one Father. Blessed be thy glorious kingdom forever and ever. Hallelujah. Blessed be thou, Father, in the universe, and bring forth all living creatures forth from the earth. We thank you, Father, for the hearing of the word that you have given to your vessel to share with the people, and that we all may come to your righteous judgment. In your holy word and spirit in all things we pray. Hallelujah. 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 Praise you, Almighty. Thank you, Father. All right. For everybody else or anybody else that's here, we'd like to share with you. We'd like to share with you that if you're interested in connecting with us are coming onto the platform, you're welcome to come onto the Zoom, and we have our Zooms. We have our Zoom meeting every week, and we're going to give them to you in a few moments. But if you're interested in coming on to them, you're welcome to come to our information. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you to text me your name and your email. Text me your name and your email. Also, you can email me your name, number, and email if you email me. And when you email me and text me, just also add in, I'd like to know more about the Zoom classes. Excuse me. I'd like to know more about your Zoom classes or Zoom information. And then what I would do is I would text or email you I'm gonna text or email you. Once I text or email you the information, it's gonna be a invitation to Zoom. And then once you get the invitation, you will accept the invitation. And after accepting the invitation, after accepting the invitation, it should come up in your Google Calendar. If you don't have a Google Calendar, download a Google Calendar from Play Store. Download the Google Calendar, and then you should see the information come up once you accept the invitations. But what you'll have to do is text me your name, your name and your email, or email me your name, number, and email at text at the 770-572-5315. Again, that's 770-572-5315. Excuse me. Or you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. Again, that's lkhyym@gmail.com. All right. And the different platforms you can connect with me at. We have our Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge every last Tuesday of the month. Introduction of Sovereign Class of Knowledge the last Tuesday of the month at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and at 9 p.m. after the sun is down, Eastern Time. 9 p.m. Eastern, and at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. On Tuesdays. Excuse me. Also, we're here on the Sabbath day. Here on the Sabbath day at 12 p.m. noon Eastern. 12 p.m. noon Eastern on the Sabbath. And that's Assembly of the Righteous. That's Assembly of the Righteous at 12 p.m. noon Eastern. Then we're here on Sunday, the night after Sunday at 9 p.m., which was last night. Night after Sunday, which was last night. Excuse me. Night after Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And that's Fight Fire with Truth. And that's open conversation. It's open conversation, Fight Fire with Truth at that time. Also, we're here on tonight, like on Monday, every Monday night, the night after Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time at Mikhail's Knowledge of Truth. That's Mikhail's Knowledge of Truth, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, night after Monday. Then again, we're here at Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge on Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month. Last Tuesday of the month, Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge at that time. All right. Now, that was my private, which was Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, but my public was throughout the rest of the week. And also my public, you'll connect with me on YouTube. My main YouTube is under Juice Pro 33. And my X, formerly known as Twitter. My X, formerly known as Twitter, and my YouTube, excuse me, and my YouTube is under Juice Pro 33, which is spelled JUICE PRO 33. Again, that's JUICE PRO 33. All right. All together, one word. And you can like, subscribe, and share on my main YouTube page. And you can also connect with me on Facebook. My Facebook is Mikael Harris, which is spelled MI apostrophe CHAEL space HARRIS. That's MI apostrophe CHAEL space HARRIS. Excuse me. That's my Facebook. Now for my Instagram and one of my TikToks. My Instagram and one of my TikToks is under Lkhyym underscore the juice, which is spelled LKHYYM underscore THEJUICE. Again, that's LKHYYM underscore THEJUICE. Now for my other YouTube, my other TikTok, and my other YouTube, and my other TikTok is under Michael the Juice Harris, which is all together, as well as my Juice Pro 33 is all together. But Juice Pro 33 is all together under X Formula on the Twitter and under my main YouTube page all together. And also Michael the Juice Harris is under YouTube, which is all together, and on TikTok. And the way you contact me, the spelling is MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. It's all together, one word. Again, that's MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. Excuse me. Also, that's all together one word. Now, last but not least, you can catch me on Patreon and also Rumble. Patreon.com/LKHYYM. Again, that's Patreon.com/LKHYYM. And also on rumble.com/LKHYYM. Again, that's rumble.com/LKHYYM. Other than that, I thank you all for your time, your patience, your listening there, your seeing. I'd like to thank Barack for coming through, being on us tonight. Even though he bowed out, he might be sleeping. So other than that, Zoom, I appreciate love you. See you soon and always. Peace.
Recording stopped.
Gotcha. There you go. All right. Over here on Facebook, I'd like to thank you for your time. Look like Cephas, we got you back. Thank you for coming through, Cephas. Glad you was back. I hope you stayed through the full information. Other than that, I thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening there, and your seeing eye. Appreciate love you. See you soon and always. Peace. Now over here on YouTube Live, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate love you. See you soon and always. Peace.